Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourself, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 17 June, a journey through time of 17 June 2025, Tuesday. Today's 17 June highlight in history. 1631. Mumtaz Mahal dies during childbirth. Her husband, Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan I, will spend the next 17 years building her mausoleum, the Taj Mahal. 1665. Battle of Montes Claros. Portugal definitively secured independence from Spain in the last battle of Portuguese Restoration War. 1673. French explorers Jacques Marquette and Louis Joliet reached the Mississippi River and become the first Europeans to make a detailed account of its course. 1767. Samuel Wallis, a British sea captain, sights Tahiti and is considered the first European to reach the island. 1773. Cucuta, Colombia, is founded by Juana Rangel de Schueller. 1775. American Revolutionary War. Colonists inflict heavy casualties on British forces while losing the Battle of Bunker Hill. 1789. In France, the Third Estate declares itself the National Assembly. 1794. Foundation of Anglo-Corsican Kingdom. 1795. The Burghs of Swellendam expel the Dutch East India Company magistrate and declare a republic. 1839. In the Kingdom of Hawaii, Kamehameha III issues the Edict of Toleration, which gives Roman Catholics the freedom to worship in the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaii Catholic Church and the Cathedral of Our Lady of Peace are established as a result. 1843. The Wairau Affray, the first serious clash of arms between Maori and British settlers in the New Zealand takes place. 1861. American Civil War, Battle of Vienna, Virginia. 1863. American Civil War, Battle of Aldi in the Gettysburg Campaign. 1876. American Indian Wars, Battle of the Rosebud, 1,500 Sioux and Cheyenne led by Crazy Horse beatbag General George Crook's forces at Rosebud Creek in Montana Territory. 1877. American Indian Wars, Battle of White Bird Canyon. The Nez Perce defeat the U.S. cavalry at White Bird Canyon in the Idaho Territory. 1885. The Statue of Liberty arrives in the New York Harbor. 1898. The United States Navy Hospital Corps is established. 1900. Boxer Rebellion. Western Allied and Japanese forces capture the Tago forts in Tianjin, China. 1901. The College Board introduces its first standardized test, the forerunner to the SAT. 1910. Oral Vlaicu pilots and A. Vlaicu NR-1 on its first flight. 1922. Portuguese naval aviators Gago Coutinho and Sacadura Cabral complete the first aerial crossing of the South Atlantic. 1929. The town of Murchison, New Zealand is rocked by 7.8 magnitude earthquake killing 17. At the time, it was New Zealand's worst natural disaster. 1930. US President Herbert Hoover signs the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act into law. 1932. Bonus Army. Around 1,000 World War I veterans amass at the United States Capitol as the US Senate considers a bill that would give them certain benefits. 1933 Union Station Massacre. In Kansas City, Missouri, 4 FBI agents and captured fugitive Frank Nash are gunned down by gangsters attempting to free Nash. 1939 Last public guillotine in France. Eugen Wiedemann, a convicted murderer, is executed in Versailles outside the Saint Pierre prison. 1940 World War II RMS Lancashire is attacked and sunk by the Luftwaffe near Saint-Nazaire, France. At least 3,000 are killed in Britain's worst maritime disaster. 1940 World War II The British Army's 11th Hussars assault and take Fort Capuzzo in Libya, Africa from Italian forces. 1940 The three Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania fall under the occupation of the Soviet Union. 1944 Iceland declares independence from Denmark and becomes a republic. 1948 United Airlines Flight 624, a Douglas DC-6, crashes near Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, killing all 43 people on board. 1952 Guatemala passes Decree 900 ordering the redistribution of uncultivated land. 1953 Cold War East Germany workers uprising. In East Germany, the Soviet Union orders a division of troops into East Berlin to quell a rebellion. 1958 The Iron Workers Memorial Second Narrows Crossing, in the process of being built to connect Vancouver and North Vancouver, collapses into the Burrard Inlet, killing 18 ironworkers and injuring others. 1960 The Nez Perce tribe is awarded $4 million for 7 million acres, which is up to 28,000 kilometers square of land, undervalued at 4 cents per acre in the 1863 treaty. 1963 The United States Supreme Court rules 8-1 in Abington School District v. Skemp against requiring the reciting of Bible verses in the Lord's Prayer in public schools. 1963 A day after South Vietnamese President Ngo Dinh Diem announces the joint communique to end the Buddhist crisis, a riot involving around 2,000 people breaks out. One person is killed. 1967 Nuclear weapons testing. China announces a successful test of its first thermonuclear weapon. 1971 US President Richard Nixon in a televised press conference called Drug Abuse America's Public Enemy Number One, starting the war on drugs. 1972 Watergate Scandal. 5 White House operatives are arrested for burgling the offices of the Democratic National Committee during an attempt by members of the administration of President Richard M. Nixon to illegally wiretap the political opposition as a part of a broader campaign to subvert the democratic process. 1985 Space Shuttle Program STS-51G mission. Space Shuttle Discovery launches carrying Sultan bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the first Arab to first Muslim in space as a payload specialist. 1987 With the death of the last individual of the species, the dusky seaside sparrow becomes extinct. 1989 Interflug Flight 102 crashes during a rejected takeoff from Berlin Schonefeld Airport, killing 21 people. 1991 Apartheid. The South African Parliament repeals the Population Registration Act, which required racial classification of all South Africans at birth. 1992 A joint understanding agreement on arms reduction is signed by US President George Bush and Russian President Boris Yeltsin. 1994. Following a televised low-speed highway chase, O.J. Simpson is arrested for the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman. 2015. 9 people are killed in a mass shooting at Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina. 2017. A series of wildfires in central Portugal kills at least 64 people and injured 204 others. 2021. Juneteenth National Independence Day was signed into law by President Joe Biden to become the first federal holiday established since Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 1983. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.